Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel, and in our top stories today, we started off with Politico. Move over, Dark Brandon. This group wants to make Joe Cool a new meme. Oh boy, Joe Biden. A major liberal group has drawn up a multi-million-dollar plan to make Joe Biden cooler online, and the initiative has the blessings of a top White House official. Now, I want to ask you guys, and you're welcome to comment down below, have you noticed that the Democrats in no way, shape, or form have presented any sort of tangible, rational, cogent, actionable vision or plan to help benefit America? But instead what they're doing is they're resorting to their typical superficial selves, and that is simply to make Joe look cool. How is that going to help you as a person trying to provide for yourself and your family if you've gone out to buy groceries, bought gas for your car? These sorts of things that people are doing every single day and suffering. And yet, what are they doing? The organization ProgressiveNow is launching a $70 million project to help the president and down-ballot Democrats win the war for voters' digital attention. Absolutely incredible, because as much as I have my issues with the GOP, Republicans in general, and even those in the middle and the center and Green Party members and even classic liberals, at least we, as a group of rational, cogent people, ask our representatives or candidates running, what is it that you're going to do for us? But when it comes to the Democrats, it's all true blue. No questions asked. Just as they said here, down ballot voters. Absolutely. Well, no mystery to anybody here who watches the BuzWeaver channel, because of course what we do here, if you're new, welcome. And what we do here on the BuzWeaver channel is we take the difficult, we take the complicated, we take the tumult, we take the confusion, and we break it down into very simple terms so everyone can understand. So here from the Daily Beast, an extraordinarily left organization, of course, liberal group spending $70 million trying to make Joe Biden, or as it says here, make Biden look cool. So instead of them presenting the vision that the Democrats have, what was it, Build Back Better and these sorts of things, which aren't happening at all, this is their plan, a $70 million project to create online left-wing echo chamber. I mean, it's amazing that the left is actually exposing itself for what it's trying to do in its echo chamber to compete with its conservative rivals and make President Joe Biden appear more cool to young voters in the process. So instead of appealing to voters by presenting actionable plans and goals and benefits to the American people to make our country better, they are resorting to these just superficial tabloid tactics simply to make a man who has cognitive decline, is challenged by simply completing a sentence, and now uses what they call the short stairs to get in and out of the Air Force One, what they call, the baggage area, which seems appropriate, as some people say that Joe Biden would go into the baggage area. Now, to an extent here, I am not trying to insult or be derisive towards a elderly man, but the truth is that this elderly man should not have been picked as the surrogate for the establishment uniparty. But yet we have this progressive group, ProgressiveNow, previously the Rocky Mountain Progressive. So see, this is kind of just amusing. So when certain plans of the left don't work out the way they want to, they just change their name and try to rebrand themselves, which is kind of what they're trying to do here with Joe Biden. But the reality is, for those of us here who are capable of making very simple distinctions, being able to exercise levels of rationale, common sense, and levels of sobriety, can clearly see that oftentimes the Democrats simply don't learn from their mistakes. And as long as their true blue base votes true blue, why ask them, why should any of them be requesting anything of their leadership, of their candidates, when they're just going to vote blue anyway, regardless of what's going to happen? It's really amazing. And just on a side note here, many of you who watch the channel, are probably familiar with Camel cigarettes. And the reason I mention that, just as a side note, is that the camel on the package here was always known as Joe Cool. So just a little side note there, for no other reason than I could just mention it. But so here you have it. Instead of the Democrats presenting the American people with ideas and concepts that will help benefit them and the country, as we see inflation now rise to, what is it, 17 point something? So now we're paying even more each month just to be able to get by, to provide for ourselves and provide for our families. This is why the polling is looking so well for Donald Trump, because people can feel what's happening under Joe Biden. See, under Donald Trump, everything was going smoothly. So what the media and the detractors and the Democrats and establishment had to do was attack him as a person, because things were going well. So when things are going well, they have nothing better to do than to attack the person. But with Joe Biden, it's the obvious, right? It's the inverse. They have to make him look cool, make him look prominent, make him appealing, and rebrand him as cool so that the Democrats can get younger voters. Not necessarily voters who are going to be concerned about what's going to happen to America, but simply vote true blue. And that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you to all of you guys on New Tech for your guys' support, as well as all of you here on YouTube. Now, appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon you guys can click on to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.